and gentlemen, how are you today? Hopefully everything is running well in this COVID-19 context. We are debaters from Universitas Katolik Indonesia, Santo Paulus Ruteng, Flores, East Nusa Tenggara Province, want to deliver our great argumentations of the motion given. And the first debater is Imelda Walu. The stage is yours.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for the time and chance that given to me. I am Imelda Walu, as the representative of Universitas Katolik Indonesia Santo Paulus Ruteng. And here we have a very interesting motion that given by the Pusat President Nasional. And our motion today is, this House regrets commodification of health. Well, ladies and gentlemen, 4.2 million people in the world are passed away after 30 days of operation. And this data were under the research by University of Birmingham. And this total were compared to those who were passed away by the field illness like HIV and TBC and so on. So here, based on their research, those total were because of the facilities of the hospital, and then the service of the medical service, and then the economical problem of the patient, and in this case is their budget. Well, before I'm going to my point or my perspective, here I would like to give you some definitions related to the motion. The first one is the commodification. Well, commodification is the transformation of goods, service, ideas, nature, person, information, and so on. So this transfer into commodities or object that is trade. And another definition is related to health. I think all of us know that health is a good condition physically and mentally of someone. Well, here we are strongly regrets if our health become commodification or commodified. Here, our perspective will be defined in three, related to the socio-economic perspective and profession of the doctor or medical service, and the last one is related to the human rights, in this case for the patient. Well, why we take the socio-economic perspective? Here is related to the social status of a patient. The commodification of health happen when the medicines or many health service in hospital is commodified to be a business. So here, when the patient or the community who are affected by an illness, then they have and they should buy a medicine that in this case they may are difficult for those who are live in under the poverty and those who are live under the standard social status. But for those who live in high social status, in this case they have a lot of money, so that for them they may say that their wealth is their health. But ladies and gentlemen, here we are strongly disagree if this our health become commodification, because our health cannot buy with money. So here our rights to be live longer will be lost. And what about the government? Here in Indonesia, our government has already provided our social security administrator of our health, which is in Indonesia called BPJS Kesehatan. Well, here, based on our Ministry of Health, they say that doctors are 5-star doctors, should become 5-star doctors, which is have a role related to become care provider, decision maker, communicator, community leader, and manager. Here, which is related to their role in the society. So here, when our health or the patient health become commodification, then what about their role here? So here they will lose and they will forget their role to become care provider related to the human health or the patient health, and then it is mentally and physically. So here they will lose their mind to save people's life. So here the doctor will become like they forget about their main role when they first enter and choose to become this profession, to become a doctor. So here they will forget that they should save someone's lives. So here if the medicines that they provide or the pharmacy provides, it will make them like think twice, like how they should think about their economic, and then they should think about people's life. So it may difficult for them, but human lives and human rights is the most important one. So here the needs of the support of the government related to the patient or the community health is the most important. So here we need to see the cooperation between the hospital and the government, so that the human right, even they are live under the poverty, or those who live in the standard social status, and then they will still save after their operation. For example, like maybe they need therapy, or they need more medicines to be in a good condition when they are run, or when they are in a bad condition. And for another point will be continued by my partner, and I thank you.
And the second debater is Yovita Narsiman. The stage is yours.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Yovita Narsiman. I am a student of English Study Program of Universitas Katolik Indonesia Santu Parusuruteng. Today's motion that given by the Committee of National University Debating Championship today is House regrets commodification of health. So I start by saying Indonesian medical since long has become a commodity that being competitive in order to get profit. So why I say here? Here is the reason. This medical has entered the open market. So here, why we say we regret commodification? So we know that health is not a good thing to become a commodity or to sell, to sold by people. So my first speaker has opened the case to talk about socio-economic perspective. Here are the 2 points that I'm going to support why we regret the communication of health in Indonesia. So first, we talk about Indonesian Medical Code of Ethics, and the second one, we talk about human rights. So before I'm going to explain these 2 points, why we regret the communication of health, I show you cases that indicates medical in Indonesia has become a commodity to be sold. So here, the cases, a baby named Deborah was untreated by the hospital, by the doctor, because his parents cannot, cannot pay for the administration. And the second one is, we talk about the cases medical malpractice had been reported. 100 during 2006 until 2011. You know, this case degrades the image of medical profession, where they have the main task or responsibility to save people's lives. So we directly go to first points of mine, the Indonesian Medical Code of Ethics. You know, Medical Code of Ethics is a reference for all the doctors or for all medical workers in Indonesia to follow by them when they apply or when they work when they work in their profession. So in Indonesian law, Undang-Undang number 36, 2014 say that medical workers has main role to maintain or to protect people's life. And then the second one, medical workers have to give health services to all people or to all the society. And then every activity of medical workers need to in line with their profession code of ethics. So here they have to put humanity in the first place. So based on this, Indonesian Medical Code of Ethics, we see the cases of Deborah where he was untreated by the doctor because her parents cannot pay for the administration. So the doctors in this case, they contrast with the law of Indonesia, and also they contrast with the code of ethics as the doctors where they have to protect or they have to save people's life. And then we also talk about human rights, as we know that one of the main human rights, the rights of as a human being, we have rights to living. And so here when we see health is as a commodity to be sold, or is a commodity or a part of business, we see that it is contrast with the human rights. So here we have to see that in Indonesia we see that only rich people can protect their health. Even though we see that we have BPJS where people can use it and they will get free service from hospital. But remember, this BPJS only provide in some hospitals. Not all hospitals in Indonesia use this BPJS, or they accept BPJS and they accept BPJS to save people's life and their patient lives. So why we raise the commodification of health? You may say that a doctor need money to pay for everything in their profession, but remember they have a main responsibility to save people's lives. So we have to see that business here in of health is a bad phenomenon where the poor people cannot access a free service in hospital. When they get sick, they have to think first then how we can pay the doctors or how we can pay administration, and they ignore their health. And everywhere the cases of people in Indonesia who died because of dangerous illness is increased year by year. It's what my first speaker already told you or explained you in the first place. So my first speaker talked about socio-economic perspectives. So as our final word, we see that we have to see how the condition of economy in this country, and we cannot go to the hospital, or the patient cannot cannot see, or they cannot live under prison when they get sick. They cannot pay the doctors, and they just stay at home because they know that we cannot or we have not enough money to pay the doctor, and they see it as a they have no chance to protect themselves because they have economic problem here. And this is contrast with the human rights and also the medical code of ethics as a medical workers who has a responsibility to protect human life. That's all I think.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, That is all our performance today from Universitas Katolik Indonesia, Santo Paulus Ruteng, Flores East, Nusa Tenggara Province. Thank you for watching.